children, welcome back to social class. We already in which lesson? Block 9, Rise of Nationalism. In LP1, LP2, LP3 what we had learned? We had learned about INC and the division of Bengal in LP2, LP1 INC, LP2 division of Bengal, and in LP3 how the INC has split into two parts like moderates and extremists, right? So today we are going to learn about the slogans who actually inspired the people, okay? What the things have inspired the people. I know that there are so many leaders have inspired by their writing articles in a newspaper, by telling the speeches in a radios, they have inspired. But apart from that, there are some few words which also have inspired the people. When they had listened those words, automatically they had got that patriotism in their bodies, the people's bodies. So what we call them? The small sentence which have a huge meaning in that, where by listening them only people will start thinking about that. You know what we call them? We call them as slogans. What we call them? Slogans. Slogan means what? Where we have a small words of sentence, a little bit sentence, but which gives a huge meaning. We don't need to explain the meaning of that word. When you heard that word, automatically you only yourself get the understanding of that particular sentence, and immediately you will start thinking about that. So that kind of a sentence known as a slogan. So we have a lot of slogans in that freedom movement. So there are a lot of great people who have actually given some great slogans. By listening them, people used to got that patriotism in their bodies and mind. They used to participate and they used to recall that slogans. They used to call out louder on the streets like Vande Mataram, quit India, go away from India. Like that people used to call. They used to give the slogans against the British rule in India. So let's see some slogans. Who had given them? Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram means what? We are. Vande Mataram. Mataram means generation. Vande generation. Our generation need a freedom. So Vande Mataram means the great generation who are fighting to get the freedom for India. Those are great generations. So Vande Mataram is a slogan given by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyaya. And after that, do or die. Gandhiji has given this slogan, do or die. When you want something, you have to die for it. You just can't say that I want. You can't limit your ability to words only. You have to do your hard work until you get it. Up to where you have to fight until you are going to die. The last moment of your death also, you need to fight for it. So Gandhiji has given that slogan, do or die. For what? To get the freedom from the British government. After that, Jai Hind. Hind force has been founded by the Subhash Chandra Bose, that we call him Netaji. So what is his slogan? Jai Hind. Hind means we. Hind means India, the country, our country. Jai Hind, that means great India. We have to fight for the India. Hindu Fauj. Hindu Fauj means the military of the Indian Army, the Indian Army itself. So who has given that slogan? Subhash Chandra Bose. Netaji has given this slogan. By listening that only we can understand that Netaji Fauj is walking on the street. So every people used to come on the street and they want to, and they are started watching them as inspired. So they have taken the Netaji as inspired their leaders. So many of Indians that at that moment they have joined in the Netaji army. Do you know when? Who has founder of our Indian army? Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose has given what the slogan? Jai Hind. And Inqilab Jindabad. Inqilab Jindabad means who has given that? Bhagat Singh. That very youngest person who had given his life to get the freedom from the British. Inqilab Zindabad means that fighting must go on. The fight, the burn to get the freedom for the India must go on. That has to live long life. So there are some people who has given some great slogans to get the freedom from British rule. From the British rule to our India. So what is the slogan means? Which gives a great meaning in the small sentence. So what you supposed to do? There is no volume for this LP4, but what you supposed to do, you have to create some slogans like that. Okay, not for the freedom. So you have to create some slogans by yourself. Like for example, nowadays what we are doing, nowadays we have a corona. So what you are supposed to do, by inspiring the people on corona, how to take care of corona, you have to make some posters for me. You have to make some posters. For example, wash your hands, be safe, otherwise use sanitizer, don't go quit it like this. You have to create some great slogans. You have to give slogans against to corona. That is your homework. So in this class only I am going to tell another part, that timeline, how to make a timeline, because you are not in the class supposed to tell. So I am telling this how to write the timeline in the class. Okay, everyone just look at the board. I think you already know how to draw a timeline. I think you already learned in your maths class. So where you have to draw one line, according to years you have to write the incidents. See here I have written some incidents according to year. Like 1835 English education, 1707 death of Aurangzeb, 1757 Battle of Plassey, 1905 partition of Bengal, 1600 East India Company, 1764 Battle of Buxar. So what you supposed to do when I ask you to write a timeline? You have to draw a big line. According to first year, which one we have to take a first? The year 1600. What happened in 1600? East India has Company came to India. So here I am writing my 1600, and here what I supposed to write? East India Company, right? But I finished this one. Which number, which year has to come? 1600 means next to 1707. What happened in 1707? Death of Aurangzeb. So here I am taking my 1707 where death of Aurangzeb. Again I have finished this one also. After that, which one I have to take? 1757 Battle of Plassey. After that, next one, which one I have to take? 1764 Battle of Buxar. After that, which one I am supposed to take? Yes, 1835 English education. After that, 1905 partition of Bengal. How you supposed to write the timeline? Right in a zigzag portion like. Do you all understood how to write the timeline? Where I will give some clues according to year wise. You have to put all the incidents in a timeline. So you already learned in your maths class. That is how you are supposed to write. Okay, I hope you all understood the class. There is no volume for this class. So what you are supposed to do, you have to make different posters on corona. Okay, so thank you. I hope you all understood the class.